It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now McCarthy. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Here's McCarthy. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
There wasn't a breakdown in protection. Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing is McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On play action, McCarthy. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Still going inside the 20.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 13. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Ready? 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Let's go now. Go.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Moore, the man in motion. Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
To the air with McCarthy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Going for it, here's McCarthy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 3 yards out.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
To the right side and intercepted.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Touchdown! A great effort there, as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
On the double. Buffalo 18. Set up. 18. Pioneer. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Set the knee. 79 Broncos. Set up.
2nd and 11. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready
It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is Walker on second. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 3 on that game. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's tackled. Handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 4. He's on the move. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
It's Walker on the option. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Warrior 70.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Has it at the 7. It's a Seattle touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Moore with a return. Returns looking good so far. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing right away. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 10, McCarthy. Trying for the deep ball. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Seahawks football. They've got first down from the 31. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it about 70 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Here we go, set, go.
Staying with Walker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4th.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
On the ready.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Man in motion here. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Not the biggest gain, but exactly what they needed. Just get the first down and keep this drive rolling.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Walker now from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 14. Into the hands of Walker. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Mustang 19.
Now looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Brings it in at the 12. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be Vikings football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Jones once more. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 38. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
And a man is there to knock that away. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Let's go. Check go.
Hauled in by Dobbins. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Here we go. Set. Alert. Alert. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Come 19. Come 19. And that 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Huh.
Throwing now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Going after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Has the connection to Jones. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brian, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke.
This is caught inside the 15. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second down carry for Jones. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Jones will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Sims now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And he has enough room to gain about 4. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Pass play now. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. 1st and 10 from the 41. They give up the gut to Walker. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Running with Walker again. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. And the Vikings going to the dime package here. 3rd down coming up.
Let's go.
And they take him down right along the 30. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, do you want me to concede or just back out so they can force winning? All right.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Moore with a return. This return makes it up to the 25.